Well, hello, this is Wilson Cole, and welcome to this edition of Marketing Moments. Today I want to talk to you about, in my opinion, probably one of the secret weapons that we utilize over on the collection side that is the absolute best marketing technique to utilize with your customers, and that is sequential letters. You know, over on the collection side, the industry is known for you get the letter, and then progressively, a week, 10 days later, you get another, then you get another, and you get another, and each kind of builds off of the other, and building up increasing the urgency, should I say, as far as doing what needs to be done. In my opinion, sequential marketing is probably one of the most powerful tools that you can utilize when dealing with your clients, dealing with your prospects, and dealing with the industry in general. You know, a lot of companies will go out and they'll say they do a trade show. And then after the trade show, they may send out an email prior to the trade show or a letter, a postcard, and then they wind up doing the same thing. And then lo and behold, they'll do that again maybe next year if they can think about it. What you need to do is you need to lay out a 3 to 10 step process with somewhere between 3 to 7 letters and emails. Now, emails work wonderful. We use email marketing quite a bit, but it really needs to be paired with old-fashioned U.S. mail. One thing that we found over on the magazine side is that we actually find that mail is now getting a much greater response because you don't have the same level of junk that you're competing with as you had 10 years ago. And when you compare it to email, oh my goodness, the average person gets thousands of emails a week, where the average person may only wind up with 30 pieces of mail if they have a busy week. So what I want you to do is I want you to create a sequential letter series that builds off of the last letter, and it kind of just builds and builds and builds, and it follows up. And there again, marry it with some of the other techniques that we've talked about, and that is test which letters work best. And sometimes, one thing that we have found, if we send out, for instance, if we send out 4 letters, the second letter always has the highest result. Don't know why, but it always does. Now, one thing that we will do is we necessarily won't test the number 2 letter against the number 3 letter, but we'll certainly test 2 variations of that second letter and build off of it. And so the same thing is true as far as on the 3rd letter, 4th letter, 5th letter, and so forth. So I want you to borrow from my other industry, and I want you to create a follow-up sequential letter series. You can also do it maybe where it mimics the emails mimic the letters, but I want it to be old-fashioned mail, and I think you're going to be amazed at the return of investment, because even with postage and printing, it costs you $1 maybe to mail a letter. And if you do that with your prospects and with your targeted prospects, and you put them on that sequential follow-up series, I think you're going to be shocked and surprised at how much revenue that generates over the next few months.